The Hilltop Glove Podcast is sponsored by Mid Carolina Service Company.
Mid Carolina Service Company is the first name to search for your residential or commercial HVAC needs in Lexington and surrounding areas.
Just go holler at Jason and Clint. They'll hook you up on the air conditioners, on the restaurant equipment, refrigerators, refrigeration, ice machine repair. They've been doing this for years. I know them cats forever.
Family owned and operated since 2006, they pride themselves in their quality work and customer relationships. Call 803-356-4153 or visit midcarolinaserviceco.com for a no obligation quote for service today.
This episode of the Hilltop Glove Podcast is powered by Caddy Pack, the artist making waves with a sound that's bold, creative, and unmistakably universal. If you love music with flavor, edge, and personality, you need to lock in with her today. Hit caddypack.com to stream the music, watch visuals, and grab merch. That's caddypack.com. Don't play yourself, go run it up.
Welcome to the Hilltop Glove Podcast.
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 The Hilltop Glove Podcast.
Welcome back to the Hilltop Glove Podcast. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with the incredibly talented Daniel Green from Charleston, South Carolina. Daniel is a multifaceted artist and visionary video director whose work is nothing short of spectacular. As one of Charleston's most sought-after photographers, he has collaborated with prestigious regional and national brands like Total Wine, Warner Brothers, and Lionsgate. What sets Daniel apart is the remarkable ability to use his platform to champion positivity, creativity, Black joy, and Black culture. From grand galas to dynamic festivals, Daniel excels in commercial and event photography and videography, as well as crafting mesmerizing music videos. As an artist, he is known for his captivating art, often showcasing his original sunflower character, Kai, which has become an emblem of creativity across murals, canvases, and stickers throughout South Carolina and beyond. His awe-inspiring live paintings and storytelling prowess have captivated audiences on Live 5 News, TED Charleston, and even HBO Max's hit series, The Righteous Gemstones. His work is a beacon of inspiration, drawing viewers into a world where art and emotion intertwine seamlessly. How are you doing today? And I saw you up here looking around like, who are they talking about?
Hey, what up, fam?
Excellent, brother. It's good to have you here today. We always talk about this on our show, man. You got to give people their flowers when they're here. So we do this a lot, and Tamaya does an excellent job of putting all these breakdowns together for you all. She does her work.
Man, that dropping fire, man.
Hey, right. So she makes sure it's good.
Yeah.
And when people hear it, they're like, wait, is that the person? That's why we want to talk to you, because you are this person that's in front of us. So it's awesome to have you here today. We appreciate you so much for sitting down with us. Obviously, we know you're a busy person. You have a lot to do. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time. I do want to get into the crux of the interview so we can get some answers about some questions. And plus, he has some excellent art over here that we're going to take a look at as well, that you all have to see. And, I mean, it is eye-popping. First things first, we always ask our patients. I apologize. We always ask our guests. I can't help it.
You got the day job on.
Yeah, the day job up here bleeding over. We like to start off each episode by asking a little bit of your history, your childhood experiences, what it was like growing up for you, and who inspired you to be who you are today.
A lot to unpack. My childhood experiences. I feel like I've always just been into things.
Yeah.
As a child, I felt like life was about having abilities. Mm-hmm. So I learned how to do a bunch of different type of things. So like I had just chapters of my life where I had different art disciplines. You know, so now I'm just an accumulation of all those chapters, and so I let the different art disciplines that I've practiced in, I let them like combine or intertwine. So As a child, man, I thought I was gonna be in the NBA for real.
Real talk. Hey,
Yo.
who dreams? Who dreams? Wait. I gotta ask you this since you said that.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite player growing up?
Growing up, probably Allen Iverson.
Hey, Bubba Chuck. He's everybody's favorite, man. I always tell folks he is. Kevin and I, we always have this conversation about why people like players like Stephen Curry, and it's because it's somebody that's relatable. Like, everybody can't be 7'5" and shoot 3-pointers and dunk on people, right? But we all may be between the heights of 5'3" and 6'1", and we may have a little bit of basketball skill, and if we can make it work for us, it looks good, right? And so it makes sense. I understand that. And with you saying that, and Allen Iverson being one of your favorite players, is there anything about was it anything about his charisma, his culture, the way he carried himself that attracted you to him?
At the time, I didn't see it this way, but as you asked me this question, I kind of know what it is. Like, Allen Iverson created a brand about himself as a basketball player when that wasn't something that was generally being done. Of course, I have to recognize the fact that Jordan also did it, and there's a plethora of other players. Even my man in the logo, I forgot his name, but
Jerry West.
Yeah, there's a plethora. But for me, when Allen Iverson did it, it was more down to earth for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily a system pushing his products and his brand everywhere. It was the streets doing that. You know?
Yeah. No, real talk. Jordan was a corporation. Yeah, that was different.
Yeah.
It was different. We still revere him and whatnot because how he played, right?
Right.
But as a person off the court, it was different. The reason why I asked you that, and I thought it was very interesting that you said that, is because you, as an artist, right?
Yeah.
You want somebody that's actually. It would seem like you would like somebody, especially a player that's true to themselves, that expresses himself as they are, because that's what it seems you might be looking to do through your art. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Now, with you, like, obviously, could you tell our audience a little bit about where you grew up and how the area that you grew up may have impacted you?
What's going on, y'all? I'm from Charleston.
Preach. That's what I was waiting to hear. You're being so proper.
What's going on, y'all? I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. If you're from Charleston, I'm from Exit 209.
Word.
If you know about Exit 209, ain't a lot of artists inspiration in that area.
True.
True. And it's so funny when I get that specific, because when we talk about culture and community, there's people that can appreciate somebody that really understands what's happening in the community around them.
Yes.
So I like to put a lot of that into the essence of what I do in my work. But coming up, I use the internet for my inspiration. I didn't have a lot of people or opportunities or circles that I can go to learn about the things that I wanted to get into. So I found online forums and blog spaces and stuff where I would find community where we can chime in on all the niche practices and methods, techniques, and stuff. So whatever it was I was trying to get into, I knew I could find a forum for that, and somewhere I can connect to somebody out in Colorado who can give me the critique I needed to get where I want to go.
Man, and that's a good question. I know we got Mike over here on the mic on the back.
In
Yep,
the background.
And I know he actually does art. I always tell people I don't actually work in the material of making visual art. And one of the things I always ask folks who do, how do you get into? And this gets into our second question about the art in you. Obviously, something had to spark you and inspire you to want to do this and to create these characters that you create and use the mediums that you do. Do you remember any particular time or event that may have occurred that led to the creation of your spark for what you do, especially with your characters, because your characters are very unique?
Multiple steps led to me creating these characters. Coming up, I was diving into worlds and I was learning about different methods and techniques in these worlds. So graffiti was what got me interested in learning about art and the principles and
Good.
So
Okay.
So I would go on those websites and we'd have a prompt. So let's say the prompt is whimsical, and everybody on the internet got to draw the same word, whimsical, and each person got to vote on how they like however you drew it, and then you got to add a critique that be like, your letters are dope, but your flow got to be consistent throughout. So use some of these things that you did on this letter over here to make it fit throughout the whole word. We're basically building fonts.
Dang.
Wow.
So you really came up in the forums.
Yeah.
Yeah, word.
No, when he was saying this, he was being lying.
Yeah, bro.
That's hot.
Yeah, like if you know, you know.
Yeah.
So, then I went to New York for the first time. I saw like all the wall art and the murals and whatnot, and that was my first time really being like surrounded by it everywhere I went. So that same year, I just remember science class, like 6th grade. I saw a piece of paper on the ground. I didn't know what it was called at the time. It was like just like letters drawn funky. Now we would consider that a tag. So I saw a tag on a piece of paper, and I was like, bro, like, how do they get it to read this word, but you're not going about it the way that I normally would when I look at a letter? So that was just interesting to me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to school for graphic design, and because I was inspired by that and inspired by shirts, and so I learned how to do everything but make shirts. So I learned how to do like logos, brochures, posters, websites, everything from photo, all the multimedia. So I realized it had been years since I had drawn something for the sake of expressing something, or just because I felt like drawing. Every time I would draw something, it was because I was going to turn it into a design. I would sketch a logo, send it straight to Illustrator. Let's go ahead and send it over to the client. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so
It takes something out of you when you're doing everything for pay.
yeah,
It's draining. It's draining. I got to that point at one point too.
Preach.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to a point where, I finally caught up on like every project, assignment, I was like, all right, cool. I got time to go buy me a sketchbook. Let me do something for me right quick. And so at that time, I had a creative block. Like I didn't know what I was going to do. Like after so many years of creating for others, when it came time to create for myself, it was more difficult. It's like almost like I didn't know what to say. I just knew that, like, when it came to art, I had multiple passions, but as far as visual art, my passion was in graphic design. I felt like that was something that I was going to pursue. And I did for a couple years, but I ended up pivoting. And so now I'm kind of circling back to some of those previous passions that I had in like design and illustration and stuff. So the artwork that you see is like my way of getting back to my roots. And I've always been fond of like language, playing with language. And so a lot of the motifs that I put in my work end up manifesting throughout my life.
Yeah.
So, art depicting life, and then life ended up depicting the art again. So when we look at these characters, my first time wearing this suit was in a music video. Because like most people know me as a video director.
Yeah.
And so my man's was like, yo, I want you to make this video super creative. I don't know, I got this flower suit from Fresh Prince, and I kind of want
Oh my gosh. All right, that makes sense. All right, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, he was like, I want to do a nod at that or whatever. And then I was like, let me wear the suit and I'll be in the video, because people ain't expecting to see the director.
That's true. Yeah, they don't usually make cameos in music. You ain't gonna see them.
Yeah, so when I did that, it became like a culture. So like when I did that in the video, it became super recognizable. So every time like anything about a sunflower happens on the internet, everybody's tagging me, sharing, and so I was like, man, I'm trying to figure out what to draw. I'm like, you know what? If people look at me and see a sunflower, I'm like, I'm gonna turn that into a character, and that's gonna be my Mickey Mouse. And I'm gonna create other worlds. And then I'm like, but wait, like, Walt Disney had more than Mickey Mouse.
He did. Yeah.
He has several Mickey Mouses. So I'm like, all right, so when it comes to my creativity, whatever like world I'm building at the time, that's going to be like one of the shows on my network. And so like the other projects that I do are other like shows on the same network. So Art of Daniel Green is kind of like, I compare it to like FX.
Okay.
You can go on FX and you can watch The Simpsons, or you can watch Atlanta.
True. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
So this is my way of pushing my love for cinema and my love for like visual arts and stuff like that. And so when it came to the storyline I'm building with it, it was based off of my spiritual journey. And so like a lot of the things that I learned in healing and I learned with like understanding who I am and like my people, my ancestors, the stories that led us to where we at. I found a lot of similarities with nature, plants and animals, or nature. And so like when you got Kai over here looking at all the crystals, that's like a metaphor for one of my favorite images coming up, which was Scrooge McDuck diving into the
to the pit of money, to the gold coins.
So like for a flower, they don't look at dollar bills and go, whoa, that's a lot of money.
True.
They look at natural resources and be like, yeah, look at all these crystals.
Yeah, I get it.
See what I'm saying?
And then I like how you have the city in the background too.
Yeah, I like to carry little motifs, keep my city with me and stuff like that,
That's dope.
It's really the eyes for me. The eyes just really is very glow to the eyes.
Appreciate you, man.
It pops. So what? And I have to ask. All right. So why name the character Kai?
It was wild. Like, so I'll tell you the reason first. But like, so with a lot of the work that I had done outside of what I did for clients, a lot of the artwork that I did was, I want to try this effect. Let me try this effect. That's all graffiti is. It's like, here's the template. The template's my name, but I'm going to draw my name and another theme, and I'll try this theme and that theme.
I haven't thought about it like that. You're right.
You're
doing effects. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, with this project, I still kind of want to incorporate just showing off a different style for this and that. That's why, I showed y'all I can make smoke out of air.
Which is crazy, yo. This is crazy. Obviously, you'll be able to see this. These canvases. Wow, it's crazy. I see it.
Yeah, so like from a graffiti artist perspective, a lot of times when we do these pieces, we're introducing you to the similar world but different themes or different effects. And so, what was I gonna say? Repeat the question. The name for Kai.
Yeah.
So with this project, I wanted everything that I did with this project to be intentional.
Yeah.
Not just showing you what I can do because I can do it. So I was like, all right, with everything that I do, let me do some research on some things. And so I was looking up names that I could use for the character. And I like playing with language. So like a show that I like that played with language is Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, I love Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yeah, shouts out to Courage. Yeah, go ahead.
So the title is an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Because courage and coward.
Yeah.
So Kai is a name that has many different translations depending on the culture we're referring to. But one of the depictions of his name means happiness. So I give him a life of things that aren't happy.
Oh.
And a lot of those things are derivatives of the Black Plight.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Now it comes together. Makes sense what I was looking at. That makes sense. Okay.
So this other character here, this is Rose. Rose looking at the sage as if there's like a lot of power in that, right?
Yeah. When
humans look at sage, it can be polarizing. Either you're for it and you might use it as part of your healing practice, or you might be against it and you have like a negative connotation about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't trust that.
But
which is weird.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
But if we're talking about the perspective of flowers and nature, there is no weird when it comes to that. This is their power.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm able to have these conversations without there being any room for debate, because no matter how you feel about, like, even the concept of God.
Yeah.
When we're talking about flowers and nature,
yeah,
it's always the Most High.
Always. Always. Oh, this is too deep. All right, my fault. I'm up here looking at this man's art, and I'm looking at this little. I wasn't thinking about like. Now I feel like I was being shallow. Yes, I get where you're coming. Man, pound it. That's dope. That's dope. That is so dope.
Appreciate you.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so I gotta ask this because obviously being from Charleston.
Yeah.
This is just the region of Charleston, because I tell people people that say they're from Charleston, they ain't really from Charleston, the city area. They're gonna be from the region of Charleston. Yeah, preach on it. The region, because the reason why is because it has such an effect. The region is not just downtown. Right. It expands beyond that, and the culture goes with it, right? Yeah. Now it's a city, and it's a area and a place of history. Right. And very divine spiritual culture. It's here because most of us, this is where we came in. This is our port of entry into the quote unquote new world. If we arrived here, or if our folks are from this area, we already know what goes with it. Now, I will say this. My brother and I were talking about this on the way up. One of the things that we always think so interesting about it is there is this deeper culture to Charleston, but the one thing that is always talked about, and the one thing you only see, hospitality and food and beverage. Yeah. And it kills me. Because Charleston is more than just red rice and some kind of mint julep. And it kills me because obviously the culture and the stuff that you're talking about is so deep. That comes from the culture and the history of the people that live here.
Exactly.
So how do you feel as an artist? Do you think there's enough exposure? Am I overlooking it? Am I missing and not seeing it? Is it as exposed as it should be, the culture outside of food and drink?
I love talking about this type of stuff. Because like I weave all of that in my work. Even when you ask me what sparked me to do this, there's a spark that makes Kai a character and not a regular flower.
True.
You know? True. So when we're talking about the way the culture is expressed to the masses. I study the mind a lot, and what I find is that sometimes, you know, when we really have a message that we want to get across, we don't do it subtle enough, and so it's not appreciated right off the first round. Like Black Lives Matter. Yeah. Great message. Yeah. If you reworded it and had it say, like, I love black people, then if you don't rock with us, everybody knows the reason why. Oh, I see. The subtlety will show the truth. Right. You don't have to mash it. Yeah. So the name of the story is Return of the Flower. Uh-huh. A story of us getting back to our roots, and, you know, back to like the delicacy that makes us who we are before we have to create like ways to navigate through life socially. Yeah. As a young child, we just want to make friends type of thing, right? Simple. But nature ain't always pretty. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I like to play with those dualities. And so this is my way of doing what they did with the racist cartoons growing up, where you fall in love with this cartoon and then you grow up later and you realize that it was racist the whole time. God, Lonnie, that's so smooth. I see you are subtle. You're a smooth mofo. I ain't gonna lie. I get it. Because all right. I see where you're coming from. Yeah. The subtlety. Right. I've always been fascinated by racism. Yeah. Because I'm like, what you mean you gave us a classic and you had enough extra time to animate it as racist? That's true. Y'all are talented. They have to be. You gotta be somewhat talented. Because I know you're talking about with Walt Disney, right? Again, one of those conundrums. Man, gotta be talented. I was in Disney World with my wife. We were looking at the stuff that was created and him like creating like the Abraham Lincoln animatronic. Yeah. And how much work he put into making this thing. Mm-hmm. You were talented. I know you were talented. How can anything? Why are you gonna use that talent to make something that is disparaging? Right. It's crazy, right, to think about it. But you have to have talent. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. When you first look at my work, you might appreciate it for the hospitality and the pretty vibes,
colors,
and the colors and the
floral,
yeah. But I'm giving you reverse anti-racism. You know, it's what's the word? Subliminal anti-racism.
Yeah.
So like you would know off at first glance of what you're looking at. You appreciate it too. For whatever you appreciate it for at first, and then as I do the work as just like I do like the artwork as a way of like currency for the story behind the flowers and stuff. So that I'm working on like an animated series for it, and so the paintings is like currency for that, like how the dollar used to be backed by gold.
Okay, I got you.
So like if you take the concept of let's say the couch scene on The Simpsons, if the creator of Matt Groening was also a painter and he painted that couch scene of the characters, can't you imagine what that would be worth?
Amazing amount of money, because you could pay. You have different ones you could do. You could do different scenes, and you can sell those scenes.
Right.
I'd buy them and put them in my house. I'd have all the little blocks, and I'd have like a bunch of them, and they'd all be in my house, and I would pay $15, $20 for each little print.
Right.
Yeah, you ain't lying. But they don't do that. Oh, that's crazy. Don't tell them to do that, though. Don't tell them.
So, like...
So I see you're creating the currency for the actual... Yeah. Okay, that's smart. That's so smart.
Yes.
Now, I got to bring this in because he said it. I got to bring this in, Mike, because we haven't talked about this in a long time. NFTs.
I was about to say, man.
Say it. Yeah. Because what you're talking about is the reason why people would create an NFT.
Yeah.
How do you feel about those? I know this is off topic. This is mad off topic, but I got to ask because you brought it up.
So I love the psychology behind why NFT works. You created scarcity, you also created community, and you gave it a face.
Okay.
That's what it took for NFTs to be successful. You can use that same type of ideology for a different I can't think of the word medium for a different medium. Yeah. So
pardon me, y'all. There's some probably may hear some sounds in the background. Everybody's safe. We're good. It's just something going by outside of the office. Go ahead.
So like I'm working on things that are similar to the way an NFT works. Okay. So like for those that support me, support Kai, and that are part of the garden. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
We all part flower in one way or another. Yeah. So for the people that see themselves as part of the garden, there's going to be special person opportunities for them when I start creating bigger.
So this is built in long term.
Yeah.
Community funding.
Yeah.
So an NFT is a if I could put it in other words, I would say it's like a token or that's what the T stand for, right? But it's like let's say it's a token that you give your own face for. So most people chose to give this face. It's so funny how like when NFTs came around, when you think NFT, you either think same illustration, different outfit, or you think some 3D wraparound visual.
Yeah.
Though all of those things have been existing. That's just
yeah. But now it's something different, it's something new.
Yeah, it's like selling prints of a digital art now. Though.
Yeah.
One of 128,000 or whatever.
That's it.
But you can sell 1 out of 30 shirts, and whoever has a shirt 5 years from now, we know. And now if you come to what I got going on with,
you get some kind of value out of it.
Yeah.
All right, so I know I got to push this, but I want to ask. Yeah. There's one question I got to ask before. Let's get into the little boring part of it, but I got to ask this.
For sure.
Obviously, one of the things about our podcast that we like to discuss with our guests are the boring parts of how things operate, the pragmatic day-to-day business things. And since we got into this NFT part, one thing I did want to ask you about with finances in the sense of doing work and being able to be an entrepreneur, but a creative and somebody who can live off your work is in your bio. We talked about the different work that you've done, commercial contracts, et cetera, that you've had. What kind of strategies do you use to turn one-time commercial contracts into long-term partnerships that naturally highlight your brand so that you can leverage it to push the things that you want to do with your art?
I have great relationships with my clients. Mm-hmm. Some of my clients that are known as big clients.
Yeah.
A lot of my big clients, I worked with them since they were small clients.
Oh, okay. So you all grew together.
You know, a lot of people know my work for like the festivals that I do around town. So like the Black Food Truck Festival or
shouts out Black. Yep, friends of the show.
You know, or Juneteenth Family Fest. That's another.
Okay.
So like Black Food Truck Festival, I've had a relationship with Marcus Hammond. We've been working together years before the festival became a thing.
Okay.
Same with Juneteenth Family Fest. Mm-hmm. Like my first commercial was a commercial I did for a clothing line. The client for the clothing line launched Juneteenth Family Fest years later.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. So you tie in with people, and then as they go on to other projects, they come and get you for those.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good business.
Very good business. Yeah, very good business.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of the, I wouldn't say strategies, but like I'm just very community oriented. Mm-hmm. People like to work with people they know, like, and trust. Everybody in Charleston.
Repeat it. People like to work with people that they know, like, and trust.
Yeah.
Good gracious. That's something simple, but you got to repeat things like that. And we say that on purpose because people, they listen to this stuff to learn. Right. And they have to understand that. That's a very pivotal part of good business.
Yeah. It's interesting because I'm seeing a lot of guys out here selling video packages and stuff like that. And I learned that, well, not that I learned, but I've been noticing that they're really good at articulating something basic.
That was so nice. Again, you with your subtlety, man. You was good. You're right. They really are. They really are.
Because like a lot of the clients that I work with, you know, like, man, like, Nicki Minaj said something about it's machines that go against me or something like that. Like I'm in meetings and, you know, clients is talking to a staff of people and, you know, and they're like, oh no, Daniel, he knows da. Like, you know, like, cause people be having a staff of like, you know, a person in different positions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, sometimes that's a great way to work. But the thing is that take dance, for instance. Mm-hmm. I was in dance and choreography for maybe like 4 or 6 years before I started directing.
Wow. Okay.
When I was in that world, life is all about niches, man.
Yeah,
you know, if you dive into something that people just like genuinely, mm-hmm. that's a community of people that's gonna rock with you genuinely. Mm-hmm. And if you're into a bunch of those different things, then it all adds up. And now it just looks like everybody just knows Daniel Green. But Daniel Green also he's been in dancing, he's been in painting, music, playing African drums.
Wait, you play African drums too?
Kickboxing.
Wait, you kickbox?
I trained in those things for the show that I'm developing.
Boy, you different. You real different. Yo, you got good energy too. Just so y'all know, if y'all was in here, you got great energy, man. You different. Right. That's good, man. It's a blessing, man. Go ahead, continue. I apologize.
My bad. I was talking about the niches, but what was the question?
So we were talking about how you leverage those connections.
Yeah. It's not even about the craft after a while. Mm-hmm. It's really about your personal connection to people. Okay. Like having good energy. Like I just so happen to have like a great portfolio and a great resume and client lists and stuff like that. But it's always been myself that I pushed. I wasn't the person that you knew because he worked on so-and-so's project.
Oh, so it's not just your piece of paper that you bring in front of that person.
Yeah, like most creators are really good. Not most, but you know, a lot of the creators that I saw on like Clubhouse, for instance, were really good at like elevator pitches.
Yeah, they get there.
You know,
push it in, pump it out.
I'd be like, "Hi, I'm a creative director, photographer. I've worked with Vogue and Tom Ford, and this is cool. Yeah. Hi, I'm Daniel Green, and you know all of these people because I did their projects. You know, it's the flip of that.
Ooh.
You know,
yeah.
So now that I happen to have national headline clients, it's great, but I appreciate the fact that I'm known for like my work before I'm known for the opportunities that I had back in 2023.
So you don't, and this is a good thing to say, and I know strategizing just for people who are coming up looking to perform and do well, you are not resting on laurels at all. You are not living, quote unquote, as folks say, in the past.
Oh yeah, I just recently started to do like people like go back and like look at like previous work and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't do year wrap-ups because I always, come December, January, I always got like mad projects that I still have to post anyway. So why would I take my time and make a recap when I could just post the stuff as if it just happened?
Especially in this day and age. Why would you not, right?
You know, I might do that, you know, for the sake of an algorithm or something like that, but I don't spend a lot of time.
You don't feel behooving to it, do you? Yeah. You don't feel like that's something you have to do. Yeah. Because I know a lot of folks, and I know we're going to speak to somebody today, and I was actually talking to him yesterday. I ran into him in the street. It was funny. But we're talking about the fact that there's some folks, they feel as if, especially to live as a creative and to take care of yourself, you have to almost sell your soul and your morals to make the money. As if there's no other way to get it done but by, all right, I'm just going to prostrate myself out here. I'm just going to, whatever I need to, I'm just get, move. And there should still be some kind of joy to that. And that's one thing I always like to ask folks. And before we get to this last question, I'm just going to ask you, like, do you still have that same joy in doing your work as you did when you were not, quote unquote, successful?
Do I still have the same joy?
Cause it's a difficult question because like I tell people it's the difference between LeBron James and his son Bronny. LeBron had to do it because he actually had nothing to fall back on, so he had a different type of fuel. His son's fuel is more than likely not being made to be embarrassed that he cannot look like his dad. You see what I'm saying? It's a different fuel. And the fuel that LeBron has, I always like to look at with artists and creatives as, you're doing it out of joy to start, because I hate to say, you don't usually start off the rip just making money. Once you get to the point where you may be comfortable, you may have money, what still pushes you to do it? Do you still have that same childlike joy and spirit when creating?
Always. I think I just protect it more now. Yeah, some of my turning points in my career were when I got my feelings hurt by being a passionate creative in a business space, you know?
Yeah.
I end up getting and it be stuff that I don't talk about. I don't make like a TikTok to kind of...
Y'all, they got me today. They burned me today. It's me. Yeah.
You know, like it's you know, when I put out my big Kanye documentary, people might know about how I felt about
certain things that happen. Yeah, certain events, but
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like I enjoy when I like everything that I do. Yeah. It be stuff that's not made for entertainment. But I like it because I like the way that I did it. You know, like I might not, you know, if somebody asked me to show you my work, I might not show you this documentary that I just did last week. But it was kind of cool. Like I went on the water and we looked at a underwater civilization and.
And you ain't gonna show nobody that. You gotta share that.
Yeah, you know, so you know, I might post that on my page.
Yeah.
Otter Daniel Green, y'all. But yeah, So like, let's say I do a project. Say I do a project for you or whatever. I would put so much into the project I already know it's gonna blow your mind before I send it to you. But I learned early on not to hype up my work because I'm excited because here come the notes.
Yep. There it is, real life. Smack you in the face.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, Mike. What about them notes?
Oh, I mean that's just something that's part of being a designer. It doesn't matter how good your thing is. There's gonna be notes because people feel like they're expected to give notes. They feel like they're paying for it, and so they gotta
jot something.
Have their hands in it a little bit. Something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's one thing always gets me about being a kid. Like, you don't want anybody to tell you how your baby's supposed to come out. You done made this baby, done worked on this baby. That's your baby.
See, that's the thing, though, is it's not mine, it's theirs.
Dang.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dang. I
See
get
what I'm
it.
saying?
It's their logo, it's their brand, it's their whole shebang.
Dang.
Yeah.
See, that's a different dang. And that's why you were saying at the beginning, too, like, it takes a little bit out of you when you're producing it. And putting, because that's part of it is giving that away. That's something interesting. We'll build on that. I know I gotta rap, but before I rap, the one thing we like to do, it's time. Shameless plugs. Shameless plugs. So at this time, we would like for you to tell us about what you have going on, any upcoming events, activities, and or projects, and please let our audience know where they can find your work and how they can even request your skills and services.
Word. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Time like this, I wish I could do like them boy what do you call yeah, I had to turn them on for y'all.
Yeah, he turned on.
What do you call him? The man at the auction that talk fast.
Yeah, the auctioneer. Get everything.
All right, so what's today? Today is
February 21st.
21st. All right, so today, 3 to 9 p.m., we got Black People Love House Music at Lo-Fi Brewery. I miss others, but on the I currently have one of my art pieces is currently on display at Park Circle Gallery. We're doing an art talk on the 27th. I'm going to talk about my work over there. Black Food Truck Festival is coming up in April.
Yep. Don't forget about Best of Charleston finalists.
Oh, word up.
Yeah. See, I be wild. I went in there, I was checking your stuff out. I was waiting for you to say. That's why I had it waiting for you.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we put it out to let people know to go vote.
Word up. Yeah. So, y'all. I was nominated for Best of Charleston, Best Videographer. And I love it for my community to come together,
show love,
and show how we can make history. When y'all look at the people I'm going against, you're gonna really want to vote for me.
That's subtle. That's all.
Black History Month ends on the 28th, but voting doesn't end until March 8th.
Awesome.
So you can continue to vote for me for that.
Y'all held it just so I could do this. Now I'm voting for him right now.
Dog. Yeah, you gotta register. But once you get through it, what I'm saying.
It's easy. And if you already have a Google or Facebook account, then it's actually nothing. It's not.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not work at all.
So that's love.
Yep.
But yeah, so I got that. Follow my pages. Everything's Art of Daniel Green.
Yep.
And Return to the Flower if you want to follow more of my artwork. TikToks, hey Danny, what you doing? Cause I be doing different things.
Yes, sir.
So if there's any other dates and stuff like that I forgot about, I'm sure you'll see it on one of my platforms.
And you can always pass that stuff on to someone. We'll make sure it goes out on social media with you. Because things that are coming up soon, we'll make sure to get it out quickly. That's one reason I skipped another room. He up there doing extra work. That's what he's doing right now. So we'll make sure we get that stuff up. But is there anything that you want to ask or add for the end, Mike?
Well, we gotta mention our beautiful studio that
we're
at today.
Thank the Lord Jesus.
Thank the Lord
studio
Jesus. Down in Somerville.
Yes.
This is a space that you too can have your podcast here.
Yes, you certainly can. And just to make sure I'm correct, I don't want to mess up the information. I got to make sure I'm correct on this. One moment. Watch this. All right, so I am correct. So this space is available for rental on Pier Space, but we're located on Old Charlie Road. It's actually 1668 Old Charlie Road, Suite 202, Summerville, South Carolina. It's by appointment only. The phone number, if you do want to call, is 843-771-0016. However, you can always go to peerspace.com and you can search up Links Recording Studios. From there, you can look at some photos, etc., and see what our hourly rate is if you do want to use this space. Outside of that, I will tell you, it's been a pleasure speaking with you today. I know I have to sign out because we got some folks coming in, but as a heads up, I always like to tell folks, I'm DJ and what?
This is Mike.
Skip's in the other room, and then our esteemed guest.
This your boy Daniel Green.
That's what I'm talking about. We appreciate sitting down with you today, and until I always like to tell folks this, obviously. Love the folks around you in this very stressful time and world that we're living in. Make sure you tell somebody next to them that you love them, you appreciate them. Please do. And until next time, peace.
Peace.
The Hilltop Girl Podcast.